Right, into the Group Bs now. We're flying through these. This is Steam Group B, Alexandru Bottas, then we've got Ray Cobbing, and then we've got Luca Giacomin as well, Jonathan Schaefer, Jarod Pesce, and Pedro Silva. Those are the 6 drivers. 3 places up for grabs once again. You know the score by now. If you're just joining us, we've had the Group A categories go out, and now we go into the Group B categories. 3 drivers going through in each of the quarterfinals, and then we will have the semi-finals in our show later on. There we go. Dark conditions in this one, so we're back to darker conditions. What difference do you think that's going to make compared to what we just saw there in the lighter conditions?
I mean, obviously it all comes down to confidence. You know, it's the mind game of trying to trick yourself into thinking actually it's no different in the dark to the daytime. It will probably be a bit more icy though. I expect the road temperature to be that little bit lower as well, which means it's going to take longer for the tyres to heat up. Also, you're not going to be able to see as much. It sounds obvious, but you don't want to be damaging those light pods. But what I find really interesting is these guys have obviously played around a lot with their choice of tyres, but also the cars. They're all choosing the Opel Adam R2. And we've kind of, you know, in the European Championship, we've done some work into this and we've looked into it. And this car is actually faster on uphill sections. So they've really thought about this for the later half of the stage.
And as we mentioned earlier, the elevation change is massive. It's at 1,500 feet of elevation change. Right, you'll see the lights just to the top right of the car there. They'll come on. Once all those 5 lights are on, they will fade away and then we will be away. There you can see 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Get ready to let that handbrake go. And away we go. Green lights come on. So here we go then. Bottas, Cobbin, Giacomin, Schaefer, Pesce and Silva. Those are the 6 drivers in Steam Group B. 3 will go through to the later semi-finals. So there we can see a good look at the conditions taking place at dusk. So headlights are on. Damaging those could be a significant loss of time in terms of not being able to see where you're going. But at the moment, all is looking good for Alexandru Bottas, who we are following at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, you can see how easy it is for him to rotate this car. It's a shorter car than the Peugeot or the Ford, so I think that's probably why they've chosen this car. Not mentioning, you know, the speed that it can carry in the uphill sections as well, but incredible to see. And looking down these results here, we've got 2 Australian drivers in this race, so that's kind of racing in the middle of the night from them. It's great dedication from the crews out today.
Yeah, we did have a Costa Rican driver out earlier as well. We've got a Japanese driver, Mexican drivers as well, Japanese driver in our next group, further Australian as well in our last group, which will be Xbox Group E, but this is Steam Group B, showing how international this competition is. And there we can see through the hairpin, back uphill we go. We are on board with Ray Cobbing at the moment, who is just flicking from first to second like that. And then we have Pedro Silva as well, who is also having his share in the lead at the moment. Alexandru Bottas holds that third and final. See, flirting with disaster out of that hairpin there. There was a wall that was arriving very quickly, as well as some spectators as well, but just got out of the way in time.
You can see in first place now Pedro Silva. I actually recognise his name. He is a rally driver as well.
Wow.
In real competition, I think he's kind of stopped competing in 2016, but maybe he's turned to esports now. So that's cool. DiRT as well, same team as Matthias and Nielsen. So they've maybe got the real rally driver life going into the esports rally driver life. And we can see that combination coming in nicely there.
Oh, that was a big mistake there. That was from 3rd to 6th. That mistake cost Ray Cobbing there. So the British driver dropping down to the back of the field, now back up to 5th, 4th. It's not really a good idea to try and keep an eye on the positions at this stage. You can see them to the top right of your screen. 6th place won't be visible for you, but to the left you'll see the dots and the names next to them. The reason the names are all merged together is because that's how close they are on track at the moment. But we start to make our way uphill now. We're following Alexandru Bottas at the moment. I have to say, some of these guys park their cars in very grove places. I would definitely not park my car there when the rally is icy.
I've experienced some of that, and I've also parked my rally car in places I wouldn't want to park my rally car. I can say that as well.
What's been throughout this season the highlight of your season, would you say?
Oh, highlight of my season. Do you know what? It was a near miss in the Azores, volcanic stage. I was up at the top of the volcano. I was at the top of the volcano driving around the crater and yeah, nearly fell into the middle.
Wow.
We had a huge spin up on 2 wheels. Our onboard camera was something special from that event.
Right a wheel before you go into that stage. Unbelievable. But there we go. What about Monte Carlo? You're going to be heading over there?
Yeah, I'll be out there. I'd love to do the recce for this event. I think, as I was saying, you know, pace notes are key, and it's so important to be able to know the area well. So I think before competing, it's a really good idea to go on the recce. The recce is the 2-day event where you write your pace notes. Obviously, the drivers in this game are relying on the very trusted pace notes written, I think, by John Armstrong in this game, so ex-rally driver himself. But yeah, we're coming into the 4th section now, so as you can see, we're about halfway through the race, which should mean that we can get some splits anytime now.
Yeah, we'll get those for you in just a second. We have those available now. So quickest through the first split was Pedro Silva. Quickest through the second split was Pedro Silva as well. Through the third split, it was Jonathan Schaefer, and through the fourth split, the quickest driver was Luca Giacomin, so one of the Australian drivers. So that's how close it is. The 3 drivers going through at the moment will be Pedro Silva, Jonathan Schaefer and Luca Giacomin. Their gamer tags making it very easy to remember their names. But behind that, it is all changing at the moment. This one, it is not over until it's over. We found that out in the last stage, how quickly it can change with our Xbox Group A drivers. It can change at the very final corner. That's the level of competition we have in the Dirt Rally 2.0 World Series.
Yeah, I mean, these drivers, they're going to be having to adapt from the oh, I can hear we've had a spin from Alexander Bottas, so he's dropping off now. We should see his dot update in a minute. Maybe he's lost a bit of time, or he might have been able to recover it.
Yeah, well, he's going to be in 6th place, so he's off the positions at the moment. You can see the top 5 and how quickly it's changing. Pedro Silva up to 1st again. Jonathan Schaefer briefly down to 3rd, then back up to 2nd as quick as a flash. Now in 4th place, trying to get up, is Gerard Pesch at the moment. That is the first loser, if you like, in this competition in terms of this stage. But lots of changes going on. Luca Giacomin now down to 3rd place. And this is where it starts to get very, very tricky, Katie. As we can see, Luca Giacomin now sliding all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, you can just see the level of his speed decreasing as these conditions get very icy. He's quite a sideways style we've got there. That will probably suit him a little bit better when he's in the 4-wheel drive and he's got the power to kind of drag him out of that slide later. But setting the car up nicely there for that hairpin, hugging the inside and then finding that snow on the left, on the entry to that right-hand corner around there. But the exit, you can see, is absolute sheet ice.
The top 3 are just changing all the time with every single corner. Gerard Pesch in 4th place hasn't made an impact in the top 3 in the last couple of sections, I'd say, but that's not writing off just yet. And don't forget about 5th place as well, which is Ray Cobby, who was doing very well earlier on until we actually saw him glance the mountain face. And then, of course, we've got Bottas, who has spun down in 6th place, so unlikely we'll see him impact the top 3.
Coming into the last section now, and you can see the top 3 positions have switched again. Pedro Silva's now moved down to 3rd place. Yeah,
well, Gerard Pesch was 4th, now climbing up to 1st place. Luca Giacomin is in 2nd. Pedro Silva is 3rd. It's changing all the time. It's going to be decided at the line, this one. It's a very quick right-hander that leads us up to the line. Right, here we go. 2 more corners to go, I think it is now, through the left, and then we'll come up to the right. Luca Giacomin down to 4th, back to 3rd again. Pedro Silva is now down to 4th place. Gerard Pesch somehow has got himself into the lead from 4th place. Giacomin is 2nd. Jonathan Schaefer 3rd. Pedro Silva 4th. We come up to the line. Did it change? I think it did. Let's wait. Yes, well, Jonathan Schaefer finishes 3rd. Pedro Silva is 4th place. Luca Giacomin 2nd. Gerard Pesch finishes in 1st place. So 2 Australians through to the semi-finals. The organisers get very nervous. Flights looking expensive at the moment. Gerard Pesch goes through. Now, we did have an update to the result there, but we'll confirm that again in just a second.